Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland. After running into a jam, several state lawmakers moved a speed limit increase back into the passing lane. On Thursday evening, House legislators passed House Bill 1298 after reconsidering. The bill includes a 5-mile-an-hour increase on the interstate as well as higher fines for people who are stopped for speeding. The bill had failed earlier in the day after several representatives disagreed with the latest changes to the bill.
At first, I was in favor of the 80-mile-an-hour speed limit, but then a number of truckers talked to me and they said, nationwide companies only allow their trucks to go 65. When you jump this up to 80, now you've got a traffic situation because you've got real slow-moving traffic.
The bill now returns to the Senate floor on Friday. West Fargo Representative Ben Koppelman says replacing all the speed limit signs in North Dakota will cost around $170,000. Right now, city leaders in Bismarck are planning for the future of the event center. This week, city commissioners met with the firm Jones Lang LaSalle. The firm was hired to give ideas for potential entertainment acts and ways of making the event center more profitable. That could involve bringing in a third party to help operate the center.
And we have not probably brought in the bigger name entertainment for maybe a long time. And to some degree, that's going to be hard because we do have some limited seating. But if we can have individual talent that will draw 6,000 to 7,000 people, that's going to be people who are not from Bismarck coming in, and that's going to benefit the city residents as well.
The firm is expected to present their report to the city at the next meeting. Mayor Schmitz expects the city could vote on what happens next. It'll be this summer potentially. People in Bismarck and Mandan are launching an idea that they hope will make both sides of the river a little bit more welcoming to newcomers. Bismarck Mayor Mike Schmitz and Mandan Mayor James Froelich announced the campaign of friendliness. The message they're sharing is where home is more than hello. It's an effort where they're encouraging people to go beyond a wave or hello and make more of an effort to make friends with neighbors and people who are new to town.
Retention isn't driven by one program, but it's built by 100 small, little, meaningful interactions that we have, and these moments that are what is driving this campaign. We're
very friendly people, but we don't always make sure we develop those deep relationships, and it's hard. And so we're just asking people that, hey, let's think about that. I mean, I've got in my office, I have 5 people that are not native of Bismarck, at least out of 35. And how do I get them to stay?
The Chamber EDC has now launched a page known as Make Your Mark BizMan, where they're encouraging people to sign up and tell their stories of brought them to town. Here's Andre with a quick check of your forecast.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. And man, it is quite on that eerie side right now here at Lake Metagoshi with that fog moving on in. And current temperatures are at 37 degrees and the winds are out of the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour. And looking here in Minot, the fog is quite in the distance there too, with visibilities at 2 miles. And our current temperatures here are at 38 degrees. And one more stop. Look at this here in Watford City. We can't see a darn thing right now with those visibilities at 0 miles, and our temperatures are at 28 degrees, so make sure you're driving safe when traveling this morning in these areas. Now, looking at our current storm team radar, we're continuing to see those partly cloudy skies with that fog in our northern areas, but looking in our southwestern areas, looking to be the best at this time. Now, as we head over into our current temperatures, our temperatures at the moment are mainly in the 30s and the 40s, and even some 20s there in Watford City, and there at Beach at 27 degrees, so it's quite cool there. And as far as our current soil temperatures, brought to you by Birds All Grain and Seed, we're seeing those values in the 40s and 50s, so it looks like conditions are becoming more favorable to really start those crops. And the visibility is looking quite rough across our neck of the woods, especially in our northern counties, especially there in Crosby, where it's at 0 miles. So again, you want to drive on the slow side along there in Hazen at 0.8 miles. Now, we have this area of high pressure that's giving us this overall westerly flow, and this is going to be responsible on warming things up as we head into the weekend and providing us with a quiet weekend too. Now, looking at our fog forecast, this is 7:30 this morning, and this is where we're going to be continuing to see that fog in our west central counties, including there in Minot at 7 miles, and even Williston and Dickinson even at 9 miles. But as we get into around 10:30, that fog will start to burn on down, and as we head into about about 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's where those conditions will really start to improve. Now, looking at our highs for today will mainly be in the 60s, which means guess what? Our spring meter for today will be at a level 4. Once we get into our highs for today, we could even see some 50s in our south and eastern counties, including there in Wishick, and also into the 70s potentially as we get into our Plentywood and Wolf Point. And once we get into tonight, temperatures will drop on down into the 30s and even a few 40s as well. So that's something to keep in mind. And then our area of high pressure will move its way towards the south and east, and we will see those warming conditions as we head into the day on Saturday and into the day on Sunday as we really start to really warm up around here. So I know you guys are excited. I know I am. And looking at our weekend forecast, we will see those temperatures increase into the 70s and 80s for our Saturday. And once we get into the day on Sunday, it's going to be a widespread 80s. So that is something to keep in mind. So you may want to go towards the Missouri River or just towards your local river or lake because it's going to be a favorable time for it. Now, looking here in Williston, we will see those clouds increase once again for our Monday with a small chance of rain, and we will see those temperatures remain in the 60s through our Tuesday. And Dickinson, about a similar pattern here with temperatures in the 70s, however, for our Monday, and then 60s for our Tuesday, with those clouds decreasing between Monday and Tuesday. Now, for Minot, we will see those temperatures overall increase through our Sunday, then dropping into the 70s and 60s on Monday and Tuesday, and then we're going to be seeing those 70s increase once again as we head into our Wednesday and Thursday of next week with mainly sunny skies, and that same thing goes with Bismarck too. So Chance and everyone else out there, have a good weekend.
Andre, thank you so much. All right, for everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Stickland. Like Andre just said, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.